And welcome to King of the Table 2 press conference. We are here live in Dubai at Strong Gym. The promotion is brought to you by Personal Record, by Larry Wheels, supported by Strong Itself, Core Sports, Boohoo Man, and Millennium Barsha Heights. Tomorrow evening, we're going to have 3 super matches with these athletes here. We're going to have Hermes Gasparini against Gennady. We're going to have Larry Wheels against Brandon Allen. And then we're going to have these 2 GOATs here. Battle it out. Battle of the GOATs. John Brzenk and Devin Larratt. What we're going to do today, we're going to have a question and answer amongst ourselves. Then back home, we're going to answer your questions. So get firing in those questions. We're going to ask the athletes now how they feel, what's the results going to be, and what we're going to find out any special moves that are going to incorporate in this matchup. So, going to Hermes and Gennady. Hermes, how do we feel about the match coming up?
Quindi come ti senti per il match?
Mi sento in forma e mi sento molto carico e non vedo l'ora che sia domani sera.
Okay, so he's feeling very well. He's actually cannot wait for tomorrow evening so he can pull and show what he's gonna do.
So Hermes is feeling very well. Gennady, how are we feeling about tomorrow?
მეც რა თქმა უნდა პირველ რიგში იმას ვიტყვი რომ ერმეს წლები ავიცნობ და ვიცი რა დონის სპორტსმენია მაგრამ მე აქ მოსაგებად ჩამოვედი.
I have a high expectations for tomorrow. I know Hermes since he was young, and I know how he've grown up, but I have developed my technique and we'll see how it goes. I'm here for the winning.
He's here for the money. He mentioned there you're a bit young, Hermes. What do you say to that?
Ha menzionato che tu sei giovane e non hai molta esperienza, cosa ne pensi?
Gli farò imparare io l'esperienza domani.
He is gonna show you experience tomorrow evening.
So Hermes coming back there, he's going to show you some experience. Gennady, how confident are you going into this matchup?
მე მომემზადე თქვა ამ შეჯიბრებისთვის და სრული მზად ყოფნა მაქვს გავლილი და ერთი სული მაქვს, როდის დავდგები მაგიდასთან და ხელს გადავწევ.
I came here well prepared, and I can't wait till tomorrow. So I want to get up on the stage, I want to get up to this table, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to throw this question back at you. Are we going to see anything special tomorrow?
Vedremo qualcosa di speciale da te domani?
ჩემ გაბრაზებას თქვა.
My anger.
Oh. Gennady's anger is going to come out tomorrow. Hermes, is there anything special you're going to bring tomorrow?
Porterai domani al tavolo?
Innanzitutto gli farò passare la rabbia già al primo round e domani porterò anch'io tutta la mia foga e tutta la mia forza esplosiva.
So after the first round, his anger will vanish because I will show him my immense power, and he really cannot wait for tomorrow to show what level he is right now. He will have a very bad surprise tomorrow, Gennady.
I'm going to throw this back at you, Hermes. What are your predictions for tomorrow?
Quali sono le tue predizioni per domani, il fight?
E sarà un match anche basato sulla resistenza, dipende tutto dal setup e tutti i primi secondi del match quando dopo ready go. È difficile da prevedere, io prevedo di vincere, però non saprei il risultato ufficiale.
Okay, so it's a hard match to predict, but the most important thing will be the setup because it will be crucial for how the match will go, and of course resistance will be a big part of it. But he's feeling confident that he's going to take the win basically.
So he's going to take the win. Gennady, what are your predictions? Are we going to get some scores from you guys? Is it going to be an all-out victory?
მე კიდე ერთხელ ვიტყვი აქ მოსაგებად ჩამოვედი, მაგრამ წინასწარ ანგარიშს ვერ ვიტყვი, იმიტომ რომ ერმესიც ძლიერი სპორტსმენია მაგრამ მე ჩემი სტილი მაქვს და მე მგონი ჩემი სტილით შევძლებ გამარჯვებას.
Once again, I'm saying that I came here for the winning. I know that Hermes is a very good athlete and he's well prepared, but I've developed my technique and tomorrow I will show what I've got.
La mia tecnica sarà superiore alla sua.
Okay, so we've got two fairly confident athletes there. Gennady is going to bring the anger. Is Hermes going to prove to be the more experienced, or as Gennady said, is he going to be the younger athlete tomorrow? We will find out. Just a reminder to you guys, we are going to be doing super chat questions, so please do send them in. I'm going to move now on to Larry Wheels and Brandon Allen. I'm going to start with the man to my left here. Brandon Allen, how are you feeling about tomorrow?
I'm very confident about tomorrow. I have never been stronger. I know Larry's really hurting for a win, and I think he chose the wrong opponent.
He chose the wrong opponent. Larry, how are you feeling about tomorrow?
I know Brandon is new to the sport, so I'm going to do my best to keep him in a safe lane so he doesn't hurt himself.
I'm seeing a lot from this side about inexperience and young athletes. He's saying you're new to the sport, Brandon. What do you say to that?
I don't think you need much experience to beat Larry.
He's saying you don't need much experience, Larry, so I think we should bring in Joe Blogg from the street to match up with you. What do you think?
I think we're going to have our answer tomorrow night. And like I said, I'm going to keep him in a safe place. I'm going to keep him in a safe place. I'm very confident, no doubt.
A safe place. Going to throw that back to you. What is the safe place?
Well, for Brandon to get a win, he'd have to stop the match. But that's not going to happen. People are worried about my endurance with Brandon, and it has shown in my training videos leading up to this event. But I fixed that problem. And nonetheless, again, he has to stop the match for me to run out of gas. He's going straight to the pad very quickly.
You got one move. You're one-dimensional. There's a lot more to arm wrestling than just that dragging hook, buddy.
Master of 1,000 kicks? Sorry. If you do 1,000 kicks once, or one kick 1,000 times, right? All I need is one lane. I don't need to be.
You couldn't throw 1,000 kicks. You don't have the gas for that, buddy.
So we're talking about the endurance aspect. Larry seems to have upped the game. Brandon, how's your endurance?
My endurance is where it needs to be to beat Larry. I hear the nervous laugh over there. I know he knows that it's going to be a long night for him.
So it's going to be a long night. Larry, what are your predictions for tomorrow?
I think everybody's here for the win. Nobody's here to lose. So we're going to have to find out tomorrow night.
6-0 me.
I like the confidence from Brandon there. He's beat me to that question. Brandon thinks 6-0. Larry's here for the win. Now, are we going to see anything special, Brandon?
I'm going to do whatever I have to do to win. So, we'll see what it goes to. But, I like to piss everyone off. So if I have to do a King's move and make everyone mad at me, that's what I'll do,
You might see a King's move tomorrow night. Larry, are we going to see anything special? Obviously, you've had a match-up already with Schoolboy. Are we going to see version 2.0 Larry Wheels tomorrow night?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm really excited to break through my first King's mover. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds good.
So, is there a final message for tomorrow evening? Any final messages?
Of course.
Any final warnings?
The link in the description box for the pay-per-view event. Most importantly, please, guys, if you want this event to continue, you got to support.
Yeah, let's watch Larry continue his losing streak, guys. It's going to be great.
So again, we've got two confident guys going head-to-head tomorrow. I'm going to move now on to the GOATs, the battle of the GOATs, John Brzenk and Devin Larratt, tomorrow evening. Are we going to find out who is the greatest of all time? What do we think, Devin?
Well,
It's already been established.
the politically correct answer is that John's the greatest of all time, but the sport's definitely evolved, and unfortunately for John, he's been left behind.
I know exactly where I'm at, and I'm right in the hunt still.
He's right in the hunt.
You are hunting the wrong animal, buddy. Wrong guy. Should have stayed in the shallow end just a little bit longer.
So, how confident are we with this matchup tomorrow, Devin?
Extremely confident. I am going to absolutely destroy him. By round 3, it's going to be completely playtime. I don't know what he's going to do, if he's even going to bother coming back to the table by round 4. It's going to... I hope you have a medic, because if he actually tries to fight, because I'll let him, he may just have a heart attack. And I don't want that. I don't want that, but that's a reality. If I let him give his effort, it's going nowhere. I'll let you kill yourself on my arm, John.
I've been a lot less confident and still won, so I don't see anything changing really after tomorrow. So.
Well, it's the problem this time is you're not going to win, and you're not confident.
So the attitude from Devin, very confident. John over here, cool as you like, nonchalant, no problem. He's going to match up to Devin's confidence with the cool, calm, and collected
completely
nature.
Destroy you, John. Completely destroy you. You're going to get nothing ever from start to finish. I'm going to destroy you.
Who have you destroyed lately? You haven't even pulled a year.
I'm going to completely murder you at the table tomorrow. Yeah. Completely eat your soul.
It's not going to happen.
I'm going to fucking wreck you.
You'll apologize.
I'm going to break you into pieces.
I want an official apology.
I'm going to apologize to Renee. That's who I'm going to apologize to.
I think we should have official apologies online.
Yeah, I'm sorry
match.
to all the John Brzezinski fans. I'm sorry. I'm going to destroy your hero tomorrow.
So, with all this confidence thrown around the room, how are you going to win?
Easily. Any way I want.
Painfully, if it happens at all. Very painfully.
John, just stop. Just stop. The arm is not going anywhere. You will bleed yourself out in the form that you choose to. You can quit at any time. It's not too late. It's not too late. I'm sure we can find somebody to fill your spot. I'm going to destroy you tomorrow. Completely break you.
I'm looking forward to you trying.
I'm loving this cool, calm, and collected, and then we have the powerhouse over here giving it to John.
So excited. Oh my God. I need more chocolate.
Are we going to see anything special tomorrow, John?
We might see a big 6'6" Canadian cry. That might be pretty special.
Special indeed. I don't think I've seen that before.
Just have a defibrillator ready. It's not the kind of special I want, but that's the reality.
So going back to your last matchup with Michael Todd, is this going to be a similar scenario?
Michael and Todd, at the heart of our relationship, were friends. John has hated me after I beat him in 2008. Whether he wants to admit to that or not, it's the truth. John can't stand that I actually destroyed him in 2008, and he's always held a grudge. And that is the base of our relationship. So tomorrow, that's the energy balance that's going to take place.
Is that true?
My goal tomorrow is to beat him so aggressively the first 2 matches, he's going to look down at his left hand and see that word quit and decide to quit.
Quit the match or quit arm wrestling?
Quit the match and arm wrestling.
And arm wrestling.
Well, if he loses tomorrow to me, you think he's going to be in the sport for very much longer?
We both know that's a complete joke, John. We all know. Everybody here at this table, everybody at this table, everybody knows that that's a complete joke. Just be careful, John. Just be careful. I'm going to break your body into bits tomorrow. Your shoulder, all those sounds, I heard them. I heard them yesterday. It's going to be that in high speed, like a zzz. It's going to be like a brrr.
So, fortunately for you guys back home and for these guys here, we do have medics on standby, an ambulance with all this fight and talk, so we can be happy with that. Is there any final messages for the opponent?
He's going to only need tissues. Just bring some tissues for him.
Is tissues enough?
I won't hurt him.
Seriously, everybody, if you haven't placed your bets yet, I am going to wreck John Brzenk. I am going to wreck him in epic fashion. It's going to be far worse than what you saw in 2008.
I think my blocks are closed. I think your blocks are the only ones that are still open.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, well then, guys, bet on John Brzenk. If you believe in John, bet on him. He just has to win one.
Blocks are already closed.
Well, I'm sure they'll open. I'm sure they'll open.
For you.
I'm sure they'll open.
So, on that note, we're going to move over to the super chats. We have a few questions that have came through. I'm going to deliver it out to the guys. From Matt Tickle, my limits Larat. Is Devin going to do the can opener on John?
I will do the can opener probably round 1. That's probably where it's going to start. Yeah. And once I can opener John, I remember in 2008, I think it was round 2 that I can opener him. This time it'll probably be round 1.
Is that what you call the can opener, where your hand flops
do you know what the
back
can opener
and
is, John?
the elbow comes back out
Do
the
you know
back
what, do you know what the can?
backside
No,
of the
that was
table?
2015, John.
Can you show us the can opener, Devin?
If John wants, I can show him the can opener right now. If John wants, we can set up the table right now and I can demonstrate the can opener for everybody.
You really think you're capable?
100%. 100% I'm capable.
We'll wait until tomorrow night then.
It's a smart choice.
These are a few other messages that have came in. Chan Shaw, very excited for all 3 of these matches. Brandon keeps talking about Larry's one lane. Larry, please don't be afraid to top roll him once you're up 5-0. What do you say to that, Larry? They're calling a top roll at 5-0. What's the plans?
Well, while the Georgians were here, they were developing my top roll this whole time, but I haven't had an opportunity to use it. I don't think I will need to tomorrow, but it's the ace up my sleeve if it needs to be there.
A message from Carolyn Loomies. Love you, Larry. Great events. Ain't no kicks in arm wrestling. Let's go, Brandon. So a bit of a mismatch on the fan setup there. She's cheering on Brandon, but yeah, good job on the events, Larry.
I think Larry gave Chance that money to mess Chin.
Maybe. Are you suggesting that she stays a promoter? Any more questions from back home, please send them in. We've got 2 minutes left, and then we're going to move on to the weigh-ins and the face-offs. This table is steaming with confidence. I don't know about you guys back home. Is there any prediction? And welcome back. Sorry, a quick break there. Sorting some technical difficulties out. The arm wrestling opinion, Devin already lost the mind games. Now he will lose the match. Will the GOAT take a shot at Levan after he's through with Devin? That's going to be something we decide tomorrow.
Whoever said that is just a complete idiot. Whoever you are, just bounce your head off a wall a couple times. Not losing any mind games against John Brzenk. I'm just so excited to get to destroy him. What you're sensing is my excitement that I get to kill this dude. I've been wanting to kill him from the moment I got into the sport till now. Okay, this is not me having any mind issue. Okay, whoever's sculpting that narrative, okay, watch tomorrow as I rip him to pieces and tell me that my mind wasn't right.
Somebody should call Levan and tell him the match is going to be off between him and Devin.
There's a lot of talks of Levan maybe in King of the Table 3. The winner of tomorrow evening will be facing Levan. Coming back to the super chats. Devin, I hope you crush John. I bet a lot of money on you. Greetings from Macedonia.
Smart choice. Smart choice.
You're going to need to start working a lot of overtime, buddy.
John, how will you handle your retirement party on December 12th? Crush him, Devin.
Appreciate your support. Appreciate that.
That's from Desperation Pinocchio.
Oh, that's a good guy. Yeah.
Maybe he's lying.
No. Desperation Pinocchio's a good guy.
Just not very smart.
Yeah. Well, with the name Pinocchio, we suggest he's lying. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Devin, can you please avenge Dennis' loss? That's Manscaped Woodworking.
I would love an opportunity to pull Dennis, right hand or at this point left as well. I feel like since I pulled Dennis, my left has miraculously come a very long way. Yeah, I'd arm wrestle Dennis anytime.
How is your record against Dennis, by the way?
Oh, John. Hey, John, don't even talk about left-handed arm wrestling, okay? You are the most terrible left-handed arm
I just
wrestler
wanted to know
at this
what
entire
your-
table.
what your
okay?
record against Dennis was.
You can't even
Well,
do
how
anything
is-
with your
how-
left hand.
how is your
Don't
record-
bring it.
how is your
I've never
record
arm
against
wrestled Dennis because he wouldn't even arm wrestle me. Do you know how many years I tried to arm wrestle him? You got to arm wrestle him because he would arm wrestle you. Dennis would not face me right-handed. Okay. I was brave enough to arm wrestle him left hand. You can't even you can't even beat Brandon left-handed. Okay, you can't even beat the promoters left-handed.
Who was the brave one that arm wrestled
Okay?
Dennis for the
Don't
first
even
time?
talk about
Was it a
left-hand arm
Canadian
wrestling, John.
or was it someone
Don't
from the
even
United
talk about
States?
left-handed arm wrestling. Okay, you've got the only narrative you have is the right-handed match. Okay, Dennis right hand, left hand.
People can
Listen,
Google it.
you want to arm wrestle right-handed Dennis? I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Okay,
Brzezinski, Saplinkov, Laurent,
John,
Saplinkov.
just focus
You'll
on
see the
tomorrow.
difference.
Focus on tomorrow. Okay, your right hand's gonna get ripped open. Get ready.
Ask Dennis how easy that was.
Yeah, left-handed, which you don't even have a left hand,
It
John.
was right-handed.
John,
My match
you
with-
are completely
my match with
John.
Dennis was right-handed.
Yeah, no
Get it
kidding.
straight.
What do you think? I armed.
So ask Dennis how easy it was to rip my hand open.
Yeah, I'm not Dennis.
Obviously not. You haven't been able to beat him.
Yeah, we've never arm wrestled right-handed.
Well, that tension's going to be settled tomorrow night, that's for sure. We all know John is going to win. Devin, will you go to the King's Move round one when you're an inch from the pad? Quack from Puzzled.
I will use any move that ensures my victory. I do not foresee a requirement to use a King's move. But if by some strange circumstance John has miraculously brought more to this match than I anticipated, you'll see me do anything it takes to win.
From Brad Becker, big thanks to Larry and friends for all the hard work and financing that goes into promoting and finalising these events. Larry, 6-0.
Like I said before, sounds good. These are all Larry's little butt buddies. Follow his social media and stuff like that. So it's no surprise. It's no surprise.
Western Charm, greetings everyone. I'm not here for the fights. I'm here to support all of the gentlemen and I want nothing but great success. Thanks very much, Weston. Ewan Rogers, John Brzezinski, do you rank Devin as a top 5 arm wrestler of all time?
Well, of course not. He hasn't arm wrestled any of the top 5 guys on the planet yet, right-handed. So, I mean, how could you rank him top?
Hey, John, were you top 5 when I fucking murdered you? Or no, you were probably like
that situation. I was 209.
you're injured.
I was 209
You're injured,
pounds.
right?
I was not even a heavyweight.
No, you're
when you
a
challenged
little
me.
weakling. Yeah, I remember.
That was a long time ago.
This is a question from Faisal Khan. Gennady, should we expect a similar comeback from you like John, beating everyone?
ხო, რა თქმა უნდა, მე დავბრუნდი აქტიურ სპორტში, გარკვეული მიზეზების გამო ვიყავი გაჩერებული. და რა ვიცი, მე მგონი რომ კარგი დაბრუნება იქნება.
Yes, of course. For some certain reasons, I was out of the sports for quite some time, but I'm back, and I think it will be a very epic comeback.
Sicuramente avrò una
So
grande
Gennady,
vittoria davanti a me.
an epic comeback tomorrow against Hermes.
Hermes.
Confident with the victory. Sam B, Devin, are we going to see the dad move?
Yeah, I think that might
I won't
happen.
use a dad move on you, Devin. I
you won't?
promise I will not use a dad move on
No,
you.
I don't think anybody was asking that, John. I don't think there was anybody out there that had that question. Anything's possible. I think initially I'll break the wrist, then the arm, then the shoulder, and then whatever scraps are remaining. So it might be a dad move.
Carolyn Loomies, John, will we get the ladies' perspective pre-match from Renee and Jenny? GOAT rules.
I highly doubt that. Haven't, no, probably not.
Probably not, says John.
Jenny already knows the result in the match, so she'll be cheering for me after I whip Larry's ass.
JD, how does John feel about Devin? In all honesty, do you think men should be able to exchange words and still shake hands? Will that be possible for you two?
No, I'll still console Devin and shake his hand after the tournament. So it's all in good fun, and I respect the effort that he's probably going to put forth. But we'll be good.
A shake of the head from Devin. I think he's ignoring that one. Sap the BS. John is going to make Devin his son tomorrow.
Who are these ridiculous people? Who are you ridiculous people that think this stuff? Like, anybody who is still supporting John, please make it not just words. Please put some money on it. Because there's nothing that makes me happier than watching John Brzezink's fans have to work late, have not food on their table, have not electricity for their houses. Put a lot of money on it. I want to see all John's fans be in pain, not just John.
We already went over this. My block is already closed. We need to get supporters.
Open it again. Open it again.
First, last, this is probably for us as the promoters, Larry. After this match, what is the likelihood of King of the Table Internationals East versus West? I think it's definitely on the cards.
It's very, very likely. And you guys are the ones making that happen, so thank you.
Juju Mugu, is there a wheelchair on hand to wheel John to the nearest old age home after his crushing defeat?
I just wanted to get back to the East versus West question earlier. Devin won't be a part of that, right? Because he doesn't pull any Easterners.
That's a good one, John. It's funny. I've never heard that one before. It's very, very, very original and creative.
So going back to the wheelchair on hand to wheel John to the nearest old age home, we will have an ambulance on standby. Who's going in the ambulance?
Yeah. I'm not going to need a wheelchair. Not yet. Maybe when I'm 65. 70 maybe.
No, I probably won't need a wheelchair. It's the arms, shoulders, wrist. But more than likely, I don't know what party stuff we have available here in Dubai. I think most stuff's illegal, but anybody with an antidepressant, that's probably a good place to start.
In Type 1, sent $20, just thank him. I don't know who you're thanking, but we'll take that as a thank you to Larry Wheels for the promotion this weekend. Guillermo Hernandez, will there be any after pulling after the matches are over with party arms? Well, it all depends on the mood of these athletes.
Yeah, I think there'll probably be some after pulling, whatever. A little bit left. I might be too busy celebrating and waving my arms around, be so happy, surrounded by my adoring fans.
The party arm might be the only arm that's working.
If Brzenk beat Larat, John will go arm fight with Levan. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that Russian name. But yes, there is a possibility that the winner of King of the Table 2 will go up against Levan in King of the Table 3. Tom Wilson, Devin, will you after pull with Hermes or Gennady?
Well, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I'd love to get to train with these guys. Absolutely.
N-Type 1, John, you said back in 2008 you called Devin from your basement letting him know that you rather not pull him. Can you confirm now that such a call didn't happen this time?
Can I confirm it didn't happen? No, I know it happened. I mean,
No, John,
I don't.
talking about this time.
Oh.
Pay attention.
So repeat the question.
John, you said back in 2008 you called Devin from your basement letting him know that you would rather not pull him. Can you confirm now that such a call didn't happen this time?
Of course, a call. Nothing like that happened this time.
Well, we're here, right?
Right?
We're here.
Well, we met in 2008 also anyway. He insisted on it.
Ian Rogers, Devin Larratt, answer honestly. Who is the best arm wrestler on this table right now?
It's me.
He took his time there, but I'll give him it. Travis Beckley, I don't know why John's fans think it's a good idea to poke the bear. I'm assuming you're the bear.
But why do they think that? I think that's probably for John. Why do you think? Is that my question or is that John's?
It's Travis Beckley. I don't know why John's fans think it's a good idea to poke the bear.
Right, it doesn't make sense. It just means I'm going to hurt your guy. That's all it does. If you had just been chill, but now every time one of you guys writes something silly, it just makes me want to hurt you, and I do that by hurting your guy.
He hasn't proven himself to be a bear. He might be a medium-sized cub, but definitely not a bear.
You're not a bear, Devin, according to John. Devin, are you delusional? You will be 1 for 4 tomorrow.
See,
Yeah,
what
I
are
know.
these people
I'm
like?
reading these out. I'm reading these
So this is exactly what these people write. Hey, another person who needs to educate themselves. 1 for 4. It's actually at a 6. Okay, so I don't know what you're trying to tell. I don't know what these people are trying to say.
They're trying to say in our meetings, you've won 1, I've won 4. I'll clarify for him.
Okay, listen. I don't know if we want to start digging up the past exactly of who's won who, and the truth is when I was healthy and strong, you didn't want any piece of me. That's basically, there's a lot that says,
you would
yes.
only arm wrestle in one
whatever.
group.
I was the world champion. I was
hid.
arm wrestling
You
anywhere
hid.
they pay me the most, wherever the biggest prize was. I was there. Okay, so I mean, a lot is not always said by the number of times we met. It's the number of times we did not meet.
Well, that's
okay?
because I was always at the tournament that you weren't at.
I
won the
destroyed
tournament,
you in
and
2008.
you were not participating in the
You somehow conveniently
tournament.
didn't see me until 2015.
Because you
okay?
never went to any tournaments.
What are you talking about? You were doing tournaments. What did you get? What was the prize? Okay.
Well, I don't know about the prize. I was a winner.
If you go around and pull amateur events somewhere, I'm just not interested. Okay. If you go pull some bogus thing, if you wanted to face me one-on-one when I had the crown.
So UAL championships, Zloty Tour.
If you were interested in defeating me, I would not have said no. If I get a loss, I'm very motivated to avenge it. Okay? The fact that you never came knocking on my door, to me, speaks volumes.
That's because you hid behind Arm Wars.
I hid behind nothing. I pulled across multiple leagues at all throughout my career. John, I'm glad we're here today. I'm glad you called out me. I'm glad you're in your best shape ever. I'm glad you're your heaviest ever. I'm glad that I get to destroy you, and hopefully you get to remember this.
I'll come back stronger. If you defeat
No.
me, I'll be stronger next time.
Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way.
Right, we're going to go back to the super chats. Born 100 years late, since the Grandma's move, brackets the King's move, in defensive position is a foul. Is Devin going to get running fouls in desperation just to win? Is that a strength or desperation? Let's be real.
Well, as far as I understand it, it's a running foul, and if he gets 2 of them, the 3rd one, he's done. He's got a loss, so he'll either have to stand up or take a loss, laying down.
Devin, are you going to win by lose by fouls?
No.
Question for Gennady. Do you think Devin has a chance against Levan after he wrecks John?
ძალიან რთული შეკითხვა.
It's a difficult question.
ორივე ჩემი მეგობარია,
Both of them are my friends,
მაგრამ ვფიქრობ, რომ ლევანის მეტი შანსია გამარჯვების.
but I think Levan has more chances to win.
A man from the East has more chances against Devin. What do you think, Devin?
I think that everyone in the entire planet recognizes Levan Sagnashvili is the #1 arm wrestler on the planet today, as we speak. I think it's an uphill battle for anyone to think that they have a victory against him, myself included. But when the day comes that we face each other, I certainly will be in the mental state to assure my best chances.
From Jared, sorry, that was from Jared Thralt. Carl Granath, Devin, put Johnny Boy to sleep. I'm going to smash through some of these. Sap the BS, Devin. Badgent says you have no chance in hell.
Yeah, that guy doesn't even arm wrestle anymore. And never, if to everybody who doesn't follow arm wrestling closely, never ever believe a single word that Travis Bajan says. I just saved you all probably a lot of money.
Matt Tickle My Limits Larat. I like this guy. Devin wins 6-0, no contest, smiling at the crowd. Way, way, way too strong.
That may be true. He might be stronger than I am, but he's slow as hell. He has no reaction time. I'll take him out of position, I'll bleed him, and then I'll beat him.
Bleed him and beat him. I think that
You can't even say that with a straight face, can you? You can't.
I'm just happy to.
You can't.
I'm happy while I'm thinking
There's
about
no
it.
way that
I'm
you can
picturing
actually
it.
have that come out of your mouth and not have like a million stutter points along the way that like make you want to puke. Like there's no way that actually is really coming out of your mouth.
Please get some sleep tonight, Devin. Please. Get a little bit of sleep tonight.
John, I
sleep.
challenge you to try and bleed me out.
Get a little bit of sleep.
If you really think you can bleed me out, do you really think that you can bleed me out?
You might. I told you what I was planning on doing.
Do you really think you can bleed me out?
You'll be reading your own tattoo.
You know that my tattoo's on my left hand, right?
Yep.
Do you really think you can bleed me out?
If I get you bad enough out of position, you're going to be bled. Done. You have to start thinking.
I think the guys are pushing
my
out their
God.
tactics here, bleeding each other out.
And be careful, Devin. What happened last time you bled me out at the WAO? What happened the next two matches? What happened to all that endurance?
Bart let you start.
What happened
Bart
to
let
all
you
the
start.
endurance?
Bart let you start early, and Bart let you elbow
It
foul.
was the referees then that made you lose.
No, listen, you were stronger that day, but nothing had to do with bleeding out. There's no part of bleeding out that was your victory. Your hand was stronger than mine that day.
So you didn't recover quick enough after that.
Zero.
You didn't recover quick
Okay,
enough.
John, you believe that.
Well,
You believe
it's,
that.
It's on record. It's on YouTube. Anybody can
That
watch
that's
it.
what happened? You think
Well,
you won because of
we-
superior endurance?
No, you had superior endurance, but after 90 seconds, I bounced back on match 3 and 4 and took the victory.
Yeah, it's true, John. That's what happened. It had nothing to do with being bled out, though.
Anyway, going back to the super chat, Eon Rogers, Larry Wheels, you have arm wrestled everyone on this table before. Rank from 1 to 6, each person on the table right now. I don't know why it's not 1 to 10, but 1 to 6.
Well, I have not arm wrestled Brandon. I have not arm wrestled John. And as far as Ermis, Devin, and Gennady, I've never arm wrestled any of them while they were peaked, while they were in their best shape. They've all come to Dubai in their off season, not in preparation for any matches. So I don't know what the best version of either of them feel like. And besides, guys, Ermes, Devin, and Gennady are so many levels above me, I can't tell the difference between any of them. They all feel like a wall to me. So I can't give you a fair rating, to be honest. It wouldn't make sense.
Larry's number 5, or number 6. I'm number 5.
Brandon, have you arm wrestled anybody at this table besides anybody at all?
No need to.
Mike Janos, Devin looking like he just ran a 10K in a press conference. Imagine thinking he still has good endurance. Best of luck, John. Crush. Delusional Devin. There's a common theme here. Double D, delusional Devin.
Great. I like that. I like Desperation Pinocchio. I like that better when people used to call me that, but delusional Devin, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Don't count on it, guys. Really don't count on it. I don't have the endurance I had when I was serving, but believe me, watch John walk up a flight of stairs and tell me who's got better endurance, okay? It's not comparable.
I run.
No, you don't, John. I worry about you every day. Every day I worry.
Patriot76 asked Hermes and Gennady, why do you think Devin avoids to pull Europeans?
Perché sicuramente perde.
Why do I avoid Europeans?
Because he will certainly lose, and he knows I will rip his wrist off.
So that was Hermes replying, he's certain that he will lose.
And I will rip his wrist off.
And Hermes will rip your wrist off.
Come Matt Mask.
Just like Alex?
Ha detto, ah sì, come ha fatto contro Alex
Io farò
Cordecia.
come lui, come ha fatto con Matt Mask.
He will do what he did to Matt Mask to you.
He will do what he did with Matt Mask to you.
No, in Turchia.
No, the second time when we fought in Turkey, I will do the same thing as I did to him, to you.
Sono tutti capaci di vincere con le regole della VAR.
Everybody is able to win with the WAL rules. Come in normal rules and we'll see. John likes it.
It's another ref thing, right? It's another referee. That's why I'm good, is the referee.
Quindi diamo colpa all'arbitro perché io sono meno forte di te.
Può sfidarmi quando vuole con le regole.
Devon, you can challenge me whenever you want. I'm ready for you. I'm 100% sure I can beat you.
Way down somewhere in Italy,
Hermes,
okay?
sei
Like
in Italia, che cazzo
way
fai?
down. Alex Cordecia just made you look like a chump. Gennadi's gonna spank you tomorrow. You've got no business talking to me right now.
Quindi che cazzo parli?
Ci sta sempre a perdere, ma anche lui ha perso contro Ciplenko veramente vergognosamente, diciamo.
So everybody loses, but as you recall, the biggest loss in history is when you lost with Simplenko with lefty in 2018. So I wouldn't talk if I was you.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I lost to probably the best left-handed arm wrestler ever because he wouldn't face me right. Okay, I'm not worried about it. Hermes, listen, I know I'm a big distraction for you. Just stay on target. Gennady is going to wreck you. That's the truth. Gennady, the dude at the end, not me, is going to give you a terrible day tomorrow. You can claim you were injured like John will. You need to come up with an excuse about why you're going to lose tomorrow. Don't worry about me.
Non pensare, mi ha persa Gennady.
E tu pensa a John che avrai una brutta sorpresa.
And you think to John because tomorrow you'll have a bad surprise.
Hey, Hermes, just between me and you. Just between me and you, $1,000 that I beat him?
$1,000? Scommettiamo
Just
adesso
between me and you, you want to put 1,000 on it?
Scommettiamo?
Io scommetto su John.
He will bet on John.
How about 5,000?
5.000.
You want to do 5,000? I'll bet you 5,000 that I beat John tomorrow.
Subito.
You good?
Vuoi scommettere?
Non posso scommettere, non ho mai sentito John e neanche lui. Però io sono promettente per John Brzezinski.
He is not a guy that usually bets on
No,
things.
but you'll bet 1,000.
He's not a guy who will usually bet on things, but he's pretty sure that John will win.
So you bet $1,000 on
Quindi 1.000 va
John?
bene, non 5.000 va bene?
Vabbè.
No
Yeah?
problem, no problem.
They say probably? It
Che
probably.
John vinca, diglielo. Cioè, secondo me
Just
John vince.
don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless you're sure.
parlarmi,
Probably. I'll
parlarmi.
probably bet $1,000 on John. You're probably going to get smacked tomorrow.
Domani ti distruggerà Gennady.
Gennady, what do we think, going back to the original question, why Devin avoids to pull Europeans?
Gennady, perché pensi che Devon ha paura di tirare con te?
მე არ გამიგია თუ რომ დევონი ვინმეს გაექცა. ეგეთ რამე არ მოხდარა ჯერ.
I have never heard Devon avoiding anyone.
Ha detto che secondo lui
I'm liking it. We've got a bit of a divide here, and I'm in the middle of it. We've got this side battling with this side. I don't think they care about whose opponent's who. Gennady backing up Devon there. Moving on to the next question, or super chat. Matthew Diote. Devon, people are so weird. You will 6-0 John, just a warm-up match for Levan. Carolyn Loomies, Bowen, don't steal the stream. We miss Gary. Hagen Neldberg, stop reading all these troll comments. Does that count as a troll comment? Question to Larry, how much time are you ready to spend on arm wrestling? Go Larry.
As long as my arm is healthy, I will arm wrestle indefinitely. That's what attracts me to the sport.
So 2 more days? 2 more days?
What's that?
2 more days? That's when your arm won't be ready?
What, do you think that you could hurt my arm?
I don't think, I know.
My arm is like indestructible at this point. You know, I've had a humbling year. We all know it. And
Very humbling.
It kind of sucks that you're gonna have to go through the same thing starting from tomorrow. It does suck. It does suck, but you'll get stronger from it. It'll bring the best version out of you.
Sounds good.
Going back to that question, Larry, you spoke as an arm wrestler, but as a promoter, how long do you see spending in arm wrestling?
So basically I'm thinking the question is how many more events do I intend on doing, right? As long as you guys support the events, we'll keep putting the events in front of you. You know, these events aren't cheap to run, let's be honest. To bring the best together is expensive. It's worth every penny. But we need the support from you guys watching, from the arm wrestling community, and for those new to the sport to bring more events. So as long as the events get support, we're gonna keep putting them out, no doubt. I love arm wrestling, win or lose. I'm here for the fun of it. Here to win, of course, too. But mostly, first and foremost, I'm here for the fun of it. I love the sport, fall in love with it, and I wanna keep putting out great events like this.
Larry's going to be a great promoter. His arm wrestling career is going to end very shortly.
Juju Mugu, does John define his victory as at least one win or an overall win? How is the bar so low for the GOAT? Is that a bar that you've set, or is that a bar that Juju's set?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going for the 6-0, but I'll be very satisfied at this point in my comeback to get that first victory on Devon. So, yeah, it'll just set things up for future destruction. Is that, I learned a new word the other day, masculation? Was that for me or for you?
It's a good goal to have, John. First, get 1 win. That's a good goal. And second, learn vocabulary from me. That's another good goal for you.
Sap the Bee, hey Devon, do all the Europeans on the stage give you flashbacks of that Dennis beatdown?
Hey, Sap the Beast. Hey, Sap the Beast. Suck my balls, okay? Just suck on my nut sack, okay? That's what I think.
He later comments, just stay calm, bro. You got this. Don't fall apart. Skeptical, Devon, will you have won against Chaffee if you didn't King's move? Also, do you plan to go beyond £300 if you ever face Levan?
Chaffee, the best option, the best technical choice against Chaffee was the King's move. Probably, until he evolves, always will be. I pride myself on trying to choose the best weapon for the job. When it comes to facing Levan, if I were to have that opportunity, I will be my absolute best. So if that means 300 pounds, perhaps. I was 285 morning weight for Michael. I'm probably 270, 275 morning weight right now. If I could hit 300 for Levan, I think that I would probably be in that zone where it's possible.
Stizzy comments, John can't even beat Devon's son right now.
Not left-handed, he can't.
Naresh Kumar, Jangid, super strong Gennady. Jared, will there be an Hermes versus Matt 3?
Digli se ci sarà l'organizzazione, si faranno degli accordi giusti, sì.
Why not? That would be amazing. If you can organize it, maybe even King of the Table 3, that would be amazing.
Maybe that's an option for King of the Table 3. N-Type, John, if you win by surprise, as you did with Dennis, you will be the biggest hero of all time. I'm Devon's fan that is rooting for you this time. Oh, is he Devon's fan in that case?
I appreciate that.
Well, everybody wants to believe the impossible. Everybody wants to believe in that super underdog somehow pulling it off.
It's happened so many times, so that's the problem.
Not like this, no. No, you've never been this kind of an underdog, John. This is you've never been this out of shape.
You've been better than Dennis.
Yeah, I'm better than Dennis. Yeah. I hate to break it to you, John, but yeah, I'd beat Dennis right now, right-handed, maybe even left right now. But the problem is you're not healthy. You're not up for the task. That's the other half of it. That's the problem.
Gardner 521. Devon didn't want the 6-0 shutout stake on Armbet because he knows his broom is too small to sweep the goat.
Yeah, he's definitely made it as tough as he possibly could on me. But with all the rule changes and everything that he's done,
there's been no rule changes, John. You tried to change the rules. There's been no rule changes.
Mark Hoover, Larac will smash Brzenk from everyone here at Armed and Dangerous Canada. Skeptical Gennady, do you think Chafee had a chance to win against Levan if they went to straps also? When will you avenge the loss against Chafee?
მე ვფიქრობ იგივე შედეგს ყველა ვარიანტში, რომ ლევანი ისევ მოუგებ ჩეფის.
Yeah, I think the same as before when there was a question about Levan and Devon. So basically, Levan is unbeatable right now. So I'm thinking of Levan winning in the fight against Chafee.
და ამას არ ვიძახი, იმიტომ რომ ჩემი მეგობარია, ვიცი მაგის ფორმა და მე დევიდ შევხვდი და დევიდის ხელით ვიცი აქედან გამომდინარე დაზუსტებით ვიცი რომ იგივე შედეგი იქნება.
And I'm not saying that just because I'm friends with Levan and we're both Georgians. It's because I know his shape and I know how well prepared he is and what shape he is now. And I've also arm wrestled David. So just because I know the difference, that's why I can say that Levan will have a chance.
Thanks for that, Gennady. Nick, John, I just watched your match in 2006 versus Samarenko. Amazing performance. You looked like you were at your peak. Are you feeling similar to this version? Also, John, weren't you injured in 2008, honestly?
Yeah, Devon probably should review that 2006 video with Samarenko. He'd get a lot of information from that. 2008, yeah, I mean, I thought we established that, but I'm not going to go over that anymore.
Is he making excuses?
There's probably not a person on this stage that doesn't have an injury. Having an injury, having injuries is part of being a professional athlete. It's just whether or not the other person can expose those injuries. The excuse is always there. Excuses are always there for anyone who needs them psychologically as a crutch. If you're not capable of digesting a loss, I suggest a week-long retreat at a yoga camp. Okay, it'll make you a better person. Get out of there, learn to accept reality. Reality of defeat. You'll be stronger in the long run.
Lagia, Hermes, if you win against Gennady, who do you want to face next? I know you were giving some chat to Devin there. I don't know if that's who you want to face next.
Devon, non gli serve che va contro Levan, gli basto io.
So I want to fight Devon because he won't need to go against Levan. He's enough for me, so it's okay. I want Devon.
Seems like you're enough of a meal for Hermes.
You know, I really do appreciate the attention, but the way you climb a ladder is you go up it. Okay, this is the way you climb a ladder. You don't climb a ladder by losing. Okay, I'm here. Alex was ahead of you. You lost. Gennady is ahead of you. You will lose. Okay, learn about climbing, Hermes.
Digli che lui è in alto solo perché non sfida gli europei e sta sempre nella sua gabbia d'oro in America.
You are so high because you never try to challenge Europeans and you try in your safe zone in America. Come to Europe and prove yourself.
The magical land of Europe, everybody. Everything is better there, okay? Everybody, if you're not born in Europe, you basically have no chance. Listen, one of the reasons why I've never faced a lot of Europeans is because the North American guys who have gone out and crushed them have been right close to me and have beat them. I haven't had to. I haven't had to travel because I've beaten all the people who have beaten you, okay? So it's been easy for me. I haven't had to.
Nessun americano ha vinto contro gli europei, nessuno.
So in the last few years, I have to say that no American has won against a European in a convincing way. You've all lost, so you should shut up.
A parte John Brazil.
Hermes,
but
you know, here's the thing. Just don't come up here and say a bunch of lies, okay? And for one thing, last 2 years, what are you talking about? Last 2 years, like the virus that's going to kill the entire planet has stopped people from getting out there and arm wrestling and getting on airplanes. So don't talk to me about what's happened in the last 2 years because basically nothing's happened. Okay? Not how many Europeans have beaten North Americans in the last 2 years?
Gli europei anche prima del Covid, lui non ha mai tirato con nessun europeo, come ha fatto John Brazil.
Even before the virus, no American would come over Europe.
Okay, so Krasimir came to the WAL, he lost. You came to the WAL, you lost. Okay, WAL was an open competition, open to the world. Okay, it had a bigger paycheck associated with it than any other competition in the world.
I'm going to interrupt you guys there, and what I'm going to say is, as promoters, maybe this is the time for the East versus West.
He just wants to
Hermes, you were weighing about 225. Where were you from 2015, 16, 17, 18 when I won the WAL class? Why didn't you come? I would have crushed you.
He was injured in his...
Oh, yes. There we go. He's injured.
He was injured on his...
On that note, gentlemen,
Hermes, I had three surgeries. I had three surgeries during that time period, and I still won.
Put the table in the middle and let's go. I will show you. I will show you right now.
Why are you so obsessed with me? Tomorrow you get cracked by Gennady. Stay on target, young man.
Lui non ha coraggio di sfidare Gennady perché lui perderebbe.
You won't even have courage to fight any European, neither Gennady. And when I couldn't come to WL because it's a joke federation. They don't have.
I'm gonna fucking arm wrestle Levan. Okay, is he European?
È un europeo.
Non avrai chance.
Non avrai nessuna. You won't have any chance, Devon. Sorry, you are just dreaming. It's a wet dream.
That's good. I don't have a chance. That's fine. I'm okay with losing. But guess what? You think I'm scared of Europeans? I'm going after the biggest, baddest one of them. Okay? It's got nothing to do with me being scared of Europeans.
Then why don't you fight Europeans then?
Why don't you fight Europeans? You sound like a broken record, dude.
Gentlemen, I think we've probably set the table for King of the Table 3. What do you think, Larry? I think we've set the table up for King of the Table 3. One last thing from Gennady.
ჩემი აზრით ეს თანადულად გასარკვევი იქნება ჩემი და ერმეს შორის მოგებული შეხვდება ლარადის და ჯონის შორის მოგებული.
In my opinion, we can find out that very easily. So those, like tomorrow, will be a very informative show. So those who will win tomorrow, then they compete against each other, and then we'll see. Yeah. and then we'll see.
Gennady saying it how it is. We'll find out tomorrow, and then we can move forward. King of the Table 3, I'm sure we're going to have great
Finally,
matchups.
a voice of reason. Gennady, a voice of reason.
A voice of reason. We're going to finish up the super chat here. We've got 4 more questions. Devin, educate yourself. Who insisted on meeting John in 2008?
2008 was set for a very long time. John Brzenk was asked, is the date good for you? Is the date good for you? Neil Pickup asked you many times. You set the date.
I didn't set the date.
From what I understand, you set the date.
I didn't set the date.
I was
Neil Pickup
told
did not
that you
have a-
set the date.
You can be told whatever, but I'm telling you directly from the guy that supposedly set the date. I did not set the date. So whatever Neil told you is malarkey. So and Neil didn't have a sponsor for months.
I was paid.
And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before, he comes up with a sponsor. And I'm injured, and I call you and say,
I knew
Devin,
about the match.
listen,
I knew about the match
I'm
months in
not,
advance.
I'm not in any position to arm wrestle you at this
Listen.
point. There's a dozen other guys that can arm wrestle you much better than I could right now. No, John, it has to be you, quote unquote, your words to me on the phone.
One thing I do not remember talking
I
to
know you forgot
I don't
about our
remember talking to you,
conversation.
but listen, even if I did say that, I can understand why I would say that. You at the time were the #1 guy in the world.
Right.
I wanted to arm wrestle you very badly.
Right.
I was waiting for you. If you had said change the date, I'm sure I would have said yes. I would have been fine with whenever. Listen, it's fine. It's fine. I've already wiped that out of my memory. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'm going to bring us back to 2021. We'll find out tomorrow. Sure, we'll be chatting it in the near future. Travis Beckley, I'm surprised to see John trolling. It seems like the dementia is really taking a toll.
What does that mean, trolling? I'm not trolling. This is me.
I'm seeing a cool, calm and collected John here. Last question. Manscaped Woodworking, Devon, can Levan pass John as the GOAT one day?
It is a very different era that we live in today as opposed to the era that John came up in. I believe that Levan has shown a peak that would rival any arm wrestler, past or present. That's my opinion. I believe that he's the strongest, most talented arm wrestler that our sport's produced. In terms of lifetime achievement, only time will tell. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Levan can stick around a bit longer. If he can accomplish what he's been doing now for a good little run, he'll definitely be in the conversation as one of the greatest. Yeah, well, I think he is already in that conversation.
We will see is the common theme of tonight. That's for sure. Tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning, we will see the winner out of these super matches. We're going to move on to the weigh-ins now and the face-offs, and we're going to cut to you. See you very soon. Welcome to King of the Table 2. We are here in Dubai, live at Strong Gym. We're going to go through the athlete weigh-ins and the face-off. First up, we're going to have Gennady weighing in with Hermes. So Gennady, let's step on to those scales and see the weight. Gennady weighing in at 144 kilograms. There he is. Larry Wheels weighing in at 126 kilograms. Is that the same weight as Hermes? Next up, we have Brandon Allen onto the scales. Brandon Allen weighing in at 142 kilograms. Up close and personal here. Oh dear. Was that a bit of a love and affection? And now we move on to the battle of the GOATs. Devin Lorat, step on the scales, please. 129.6 kilograms. He's coming in heavy. Next up, we have John Brzenk. John, please step up on the scales. Weighing in at 114 kilograms. John Brzenk, please step up to your opponent.
Cut to the camera.
Devin looking to be towering over John Brzenk there. Will the weight make a difference tomorrow? The hands are out. Oh, is that a quick pin from Devin?